This Tournament 7.
And I'm back again. This time I am
Anna Williams.
talk about my genuine thoughts regarding certain lore characters. To pick a suitable outfit, because I can't stand Nina in the wedding dress, knowing the lore behind it.
Nina Williams.
Where's that Mishima stage? Around here somewhere. I'm in the wrong spot. Oh, there it is. I'm stupid.
Get ready for the next battle.
So anyway. I already talked about this with multiple other people for sure. Even talked about it on another YouTuber channel by this name of J Gaming. J Gaming, I know you're there. You see this video. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So when I say Anna is a better sister, I genuinely mean that. See, I'm someone who, while yeah, I have a thing for underdog characters, my main issue is I wanted to like Nina. But my genuine issue is that Tekken likes to make her as more of a tragic sponge. Like, look all these fucking things she suffered. Look at this, look at that, look at that. She can't have a normal life. She blah, 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 blah. But the problem is, the thing about assassins, a lot of times, they have a specific charm that you can't get from, like, heroes, villains, etc. Like, I get it. The whole fucking situation with Nina and Anna is fucked up. They have a whole thing against their father. Anna was treated as more or less the lesser sibling. And we consider the fact that, Nina tends to beat Anna a lot in her fights to the point where it's just genuinely aggravating. Like, come on, Anna, win one. Like, I actually want her to win at some point. Like, for instance, I just want fucking Anna to win. You know what I mean? Because she's always losing. She's a more interesting sister. I've seen people make comments and shit like that talking about how Anna is a whore, or she's a prostitute, or whatever the fuck, or she uses sex as a weapon. My thing is, I don't think she does. I just think she just likes to dress however she fucking likes, to hide the fact that she has a fucking major inferiority complex. Like, damn. When you consider her life, it makes sense for her to have an inferiority complex. She tries to hide that through like a sassy, fashionista type persona. Whereas Nina is just a cold woman through and throughout, and that's not interesting. And if I remember right, there's this whole situation where Ogre possessed this bitch. So knowing that, I still care even less, because even knowing that, it's like she's an assassin. She was trained by her father to use assassination techniques. So when she's being possessed by the ancient ogre himself, the ancient demon, who transforms into true ogre and all this other mess. Let me see if I can turn down the music a bit. Just for a little bit. So I can actually... Where are the settings? Is it not here? Or am I looking in the wrong places? It's like the music is just so. I don't care for it. Whatever. She gets possessed by Ogre. She is supposed to kill a lot of people. She doesn't kill a lot of people, and therefore she is a pathetic assassin. Therefore, I don't like her. If you want an effective assassin, look at Christy from Dead or Alive. She takes a lot of those factors that Nina does, and yeah. I know someone's going to say, what about Sarah Bryant, considering the fact that if it wasn't for Sarah Bryant, Nina wouldn't exist, because she was a brainwashed blonde assassin, all this bunch of jazz. I get it. But here's my thing. They did something different with that. Sarah Bryant was about to kill her brother. She was ordered to kill her brother. That didn't go as planned. And he had this whole debacle where Sarah Bryant is conflicted on whether or not her desire to kill her brother was her own volition or the evil organization's brainwashing. Because you know J6 is a fucking organization, but the Father Universe, it was just evil. Like you're evil. Like dude, you're not safe. So knowing that, and she has all this like extra personality despite that, both before and after she got free from brainwashing. Yeah, I don't think there's. I genuinely there's not much of an excuse you can make for Nina. So anyway, knowing that, considering the fact that Tekken 7's lore established that Nina killed Anna's fiance and stole her wedding dress because she wanted to reignite their rivalry, which is stupid. Here's my problem with that. Anna specifically didn't want to do this anymore. She didn't want to do this anymore. So knowing that, she's forced to come out of retirement more or less to appease the sadistic tendencies of her older sister who always humiliates her and shit like that. It just makes you wonder, why so much focus on Nina? You know? I genuinely find that aggravating. So Anna has more my love and respect, more so than Nina, because they don't do much with her. The only time Tekken has actually technically done anything with Nina, well, only times I should say, is you have the Tekken 7 tie-in comic where Angel appears, and apparently Jin. Jesus Christ, this music. How do you turn? Anyways, fucking Jin had this weird mentality to lock up Angel. Legit, lock up Angel and hope that she would cure him of his devil power. Like, he's a selfish asshole knowing. So here's my thing. Of all the selfish things that Jin has done, a lot of that fucking war. I don't care what people claim. He did not do that for selfless reasons. He did it for selfish reasons to quote unquote cure himself of the devil. He didn't care about nobody. He specifically said he didn't care. So why should I care about him? You know what I mean? I genuinely don't care. He's worthless. Who cares? He's nothing. If anything, I felt bad for Laura because he did all this fucking fighting for what? Because Jin wanted to be a fucking martyr? A martyr or whatever it's called? Like, oh, if I just, yeah, do this, then the world will be say, I don't get it. It's a major contradiction that doesn't get focused on enough. You don't care about the world, but suddenly you do care enough to rid the world of the devil as if it's the worst thing ever. Worse knowing the fact that Azazel was apparently telling Jin that the only way to kill him is through the devil jing. He has no evidence, he just buys into it because why the fuck not? Any way to get rid of the devil gene out of his system, right? Like a virus. Which I can understand, sure, considering what I have. But my problem is this. Do your research. And Jin, despite the fact that he should be going to school for like scientists like that, if I remember right, is not smart enough to do the research and confirm this instead of just listening to the voices in his head, which is Azazel. So again, I don't care. So anyway, knowing that, when I saw the Tekken comic, I was just rolling my eyes because they're trying really hard to make it seem like he's losing his humanity, that he's so tragic at this and tragic that. I just don't care. Oh shit, I didn't know I could do that. Holy shit! But anyway, yeah. I loved it that Angel called Jin out, that he's being a selfish asshole. Like he's talking about save me this and save me that. I'm suffering. And it's like, I can't help but think of Kazuya. He lost a lot more than Jin. He suffered way more than Jin. And yet the story is really trying to make you feel bad for Jin, and I just don't care. It's like Janely, who cares? And Xiaoyu, the fucking pseudo yandere, is like still defending him for some reason. And I'm like, why? You're so like, okay, my thing with Xiaoyu real quick is that she does not care for Jin that much. And if she does, it's very surface level bullshit. They tried to give it more deeper stuff in Tekken 8, sure. But it still feels very hollow because when you consider the scenario campaign dialogue, for instance, she comes up more of a yandere, a crazy person, more so than a regular person who likes somebody. And if you, Jin, I feel like in the universe, if someone were to ask Xiaoyu, what do you even like about Jin? She won't give much of an answer. Sure, there's some establishment saying that he was apparently sweet and kind, but what does sweet and kind mean in the universe of Tekken? That's my genuine question. What does that even mean? Is it in the context of how Japanese people will see that, or what? Because my thing is, I think Jin is just a piece of shit, and she's just crazy crush on him and obsessing. Obsessing to the point that she's willing to ignore his evil actions, knowing how extreme they may be. Which, by the way, yeah, he's an extremist. Fight me on that. And he's just infuriating. You know, he's just genuinely infuriating. Anyway, back to Angel. Him doing that was infuriating because all that did was give Heihachi the means to use the angelic power himself, which later led to Angel possessing Nina and Anna, who, by the way, around this point were dead because they got gunned down, which annoyed me because these two gals are supposed to be able to dodge bullets and shit like that really easy. They're superhumans. They're not regular humans, they're superhumans, so they can do superhuman stuff. And yet, for some damn reason, something like this yeah. Like, hold on. That's fine. But look at that. These guys can dodge knives and shit like that perfectly fine. And if this wasn't happening, she would easily dodge that rocket. So why does a spray of bullets suddenly kill them both? And it's not even just that. It killed Yoshimitsu, someone who can block bullets with his fucking sword. Killed the panda, which makes sense, I guess. And I think Paul was also one of them. And what I mean by possessed, I mean they legit have angel wings and shit like that. Like, what the actual fuck? Like, I don't know. And the entire time, Jin was being a pathetic sad sap, talking about how it's just self-pitying nonsense. Like, Jesus, get it. Grip on yourself, man. They're trying way too hard. And that's my issue with Jin and Nina specifically. They try way too hard with these two. And they're supposed to fan favorites, or like the main favorites. Meanwhile, Anna here and Kazuya, they're more likable and presentable. Like, they have more to them. And yet, meanwhile, These fuckers get more love. And add nothing to them. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna say. Enjoy.